Welcome to my channel, Most Worth Coins, WC, where history lives in your hands. If you're passionate about rare coins, vintage currency, and the fascinating stories behind them, you're in the right place. Don't forget to watch the full video, share it with your fellow collectors, like and subscribe to stay updated with more valuable content every week. So, without further ado, let's get started. The 1984 D Washington quarter, inscribed with Liberty, In God We Trust, in 1984, represents a vital link in the legacy of U.S. coinage during the late 20th century. Struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark to the right of George Washington's ribbon ponytail on the obverse, this coin is part of the long-standing Washington quarter series introduced in 1932. The obverse design unchanged for decades until the arrival of the 50-state quarters program in 1999, was created by John Flanagan, a respected sculptor of his time. His profile portrait of President Washington is clean, stoic, and dignified, showing the first president of the United States facing left, a look of calm resolve on his face. The design remains a timeless representation of American strength, democracy, and honor. On the 1984 D quarter, the word Liberty arcs across the top, while In God We Trust is displayed to the left of Washington's profile, just beneath his chin. The date 1984 is centered beneath his neck, with the D Mint mark subtly placed to the right of the portrait. The reverse of the 1984 D quarter showcases another of Flanagan's works, a heraldic eagle that dominates the central portion of the design. Its wings spread wide, as if in mid-flight. The eagle clutches a bundle of arrows symbolizing readiness for defense with an olive branch just beneath it, embodying peace. Directly above the eagle is the national motto, E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, a powerful phrase that reflects the unity of the American states. Surrounding this imagery are the inscriptions United States of America at the top and $quarter along the bottom, boldly stating the coin's origin and denomination. The balance between martial strength and peaceful symbolism is a subtle but powerful message embedded within the coin's design, a reflection of American ideals during a time marked by global tension, economic shifts, and political change. From a technical and physical standpoint, the 1984 D quarter follows the standard specifications established after 1965, when the U.S. Mint transitioned from 90% silver coinage to a more economical and durable clad composition. This quarter is made from copper-nickel clad copper, an inner core of pure copper sandwiched between outer layers composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This alloy gives the coin a silvery appearance and added durability for circulation. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, and features a reeded edge 119 reeds, a feature originally intended to deter clipping of precious metal coins but retained in clad coinage for tradition and tactile identification. The Denver Mint struck approximately 546,483,064 of these coins, making it a relatively common issue in terms of mintage. However, while plentiful in circulated condition, the 1984 D quarter can still present value and interest to collectors, especially in mint state grades, MS62, MS67, and above. In higher grades, sharpness of strike becomes particularly important, as many Denver Mint quarters from the 1980s exhibit weak strikes or average luster due to the mint's high-speed production methods. Collectors seek examples with fully detailed hair strands on Washington's portrait and crisp feather details on the eagle's wings and tail. A brilliant, clean surface free from scratches, contact marks, or discoloration dramatically enhances a coin's appeal and value. In MS65 or MS66 condition, certified by top-tier services like PCGS or NGC, the 1984 D quarter can fetch $10 to $25 or more, depending on eye appeal and population rarity. Era collectors may also find interest in 1984 D quarters due to several varieties and minting anomalies. While no widely known major variety, like a double die, exists for this exact issue, minor die cracks, die chips often visible on Washington's mouth or eye, die clashes, off-center strikes, broad and clipped planchettes occasionally surface. One particularly interesting phenomenon on 1984 quarters includes the spitting eagle variety seen on some Philadelphia issues but not Denver ones, where a die crack makes it appear the eagle is spitting. While not applicable to the D Mint mark specifically, such parallels help collectors remain vigilant about potential Denver-struck quirks too. Close inspection under magnification can uncover such nuances, making even a common coin an exciting discovery. Historically, the 1984 D quarter circulated during a pivotal period in American life. Ronald Reagan was president, the Cold War was still in effect, and the U.S. economy was undergoing both challenge and transformation. The financial markets were experiencing modernization, computer technology was on the rise, and the average American was carrying coins like this very quarter in their pockets for everyday transactions, buying newspapers, paying meters, or making long-distance calls at public pay. The quarter functioned not just as a unit of currency, but as a constant companion in daily life. This gives today's 1984 D quarter a unique nostalgic value for those who remember the pre-digital analog world it represents. In the broader context of coin collecting, the 1984 D quarter holds a special place among enthusiasts building a complete Washington quarter set from 1932 to 1998, a span that preserves the uninterrupted legacy of the original Flanagan design. While not a key date, the coin is still essential for completeness, especially when seeking high-grade examples to populate coin albums or certified sets. Collectors particularly focus on acquiring coins from each mint P, D, and S, which reflect the geographical diversity and operational scope of the U.S. Mint's history. In summary, the 1984 D Washington quarter is a compelling blend of artistry, history, and American identity. From its traditional design to its representation of the Reagan-era economy and culture, this coin is far more than small change. It carries the image of a nation's founding father, the strength of an enduring republic, and the practical reality of life in 1980s America. Whether you're a novice collector, a seasoned numismatist, or simply someone with a curiosity about the coins in your pocket, the 1984 D quarter offers a gateway into the rich tapestry of American heritage where every detail, from its eagle's feathers to the gleam of its clad surface, tells a story worth preserving. The 1986 D United States quarter dollar, a product of the renowned Washington quarter series, stands as a symbolic continuation of American numismatic tradition, rooted in national pride, leadership, and resilient coinage. First issued in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, the Washington quarter remained the primary design for the U.S. 25-cent piece until the state quarters program launched in 1999. The 1986 D quarter belongs to the final decades of the classic Washington design, and as such, holds a special place in both historical and aesthetic terms. On the obverse, we see the stately left-facing portrait of George Washington, as envisioned by artist and sculptor John Flanagan. His depiction of the nation's first president is powerful, yet refined, with Washington's profile displaying a calm and noble bearing, symbolizing leadership, integrity, and strength. Across the top of the obverse, the word liberty is emblazoned, arching over Washington's head like a banner of democratic ideals. To the left of the portrait appears the solemn national motto, "In God We Trust," asserting a guiding principle embedded into the moral fabric of the American Republic. Beneath Washington's bust lies the date, 1986, flanked just to the right by the D Mint mark indicating that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the three primary mints active during that period. Flipping the coin reveals the reverse side, which continues the elegant, unchanging artistry of Flanagan's original 1932 design. Here, a proud heraldic eagle dominates the center of the composition, wings stretched powerfully upward as though prepared to soar. The eagle clutches a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing the nation's strength and readiness to defend itself, while an olive branch beneath the arrows evokes America's yearning for peace and diplomacy. This dual imagery of power and pacifism captures the American spirit with profound clarity. Above the eagle's head is the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one, reinforcing the concept of unity among the states. Arched around the rim at the top is the inscription United States of America, while the denomination quarter dollar is boldly positioned along the bottom. The reverse design, though unchanged for decades, continued to resonate in 1986, offering a timeless symbol of American values and visual continuity in the pocket change of millions. From a technical standpoint, the 1986 D Washington quarter adheres to the standard clad composition introduced in 1965, replacing the earlier 90% silver coins. This modern version of the quarter consists of a copper core bonded to outer layers of cupronickel 75% copper, 25% nickel, giving the coin its distinctive silvery appearance and improved durability. The coin has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, a weight of 5.67 grams, and a reeded edge made up of 119 tiny vertical grooves, which were originally a measure to discourage shaving or clipping the metal from coin edges in the days of precious metal coinage. The Denver Mint struck a total of 504,298,660 quarters in 1986, an impressive mintage that reflects the massive scale of U.S. coin circulation during the late 20th century. This makes the 1986 D quarter quite common in circulated condition, although high-grade specimens still attract collector interest, especially those certified in mint state MS65 to MS67+. Though not known for any major or widely publicized die varieties, the 1986 D quarter still presents opportunities for collectors who seek error coins and unusual anomalies. Examples with die cracks, die chips, off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchettes, or even double strikes can occur and carry values significantly higher than face value. While such errors are not unique to this year, they do appeal to error coin collectors, especially when verified and graded by professional coin authentication services such as PCGS, NGC, or Annex. Head-grade uncirculated coins with brilliant luster, sharp details especially visible in Washington's hair and the feathers of the eagle, and minimal contact marks are especially valued, with MS-65 examples typically worth $5 to $15, while MS-67 examples, which are rare, can fetch $100 or more, depending on market demand. Historically, the 1986 quarter carries subtle but meaningful significance. It circulated during the second term of President Ronald Reagan, a period characterized by the Cold War's intensifying rhetoric and economic recovery efforts in the United States. The U.S. was experiencing rapid changes. Digital technology was beginning to touch everyday life. The Challenger disaster had rocked the nation just months earlier, January 1986, and Americans were carrying this very quarter in their pockets. During a time of reflection, progress, and transformation, in a pre-digital economy, coins like this were used daily in payphones, vending machines, parking meters, arcade games, and for countless everyday purchases. The 1986 D quarter, although common in numerical terms, served as a physical emblem of American identity, a vessel of economic exchange, and a practical tool within millions of citizens' lives. Its very ordinariness in circulation now makes it an intriguing collectible for those who value nostalgia, historical continuity, or the preservation of America's physical monetary history. For numismatists and everyday collectors, the 1986 D quarter is a staple coin. While not considered a key date or a particularly scarce issue, it forms an essential component of any complete Washington quarter date and mint mark set. Covering the years from 1932 to 1998, collectors often include such coins in full coin albums, with examples sorted by condition, mint, and strike quality. Even those with moderate wear can still find their way into educational collections or be used for die study or error identification practice. The coin's resilience in circulation, often surviving decades of handling, dropping, pocket, and stacking, is a testament to its construction and durability. Its legacy, meanwhile, is preserved not only through numismatic interest but through the memories of the people who used it for a coffee, a game of pinball, or a call from a payphone on a city corner. In conclusion, the 1986 D United States quarter dollar is far more than a simple piece of change. It is a miniature canvas of American symbolism, crafted through the artistic vision of Flanagan, molded by the demands of commerce, and shaped by the hands of millions. Its image of George Washington anchors it firmly in the nation's founding ideals, while its eagle reverse proclaims vigilance and peace. Whether found in pocket change, tucked away in a jar, or housed in a collector's album, it remains a piece of enduring heritage. And for those who seek to understand America's past through its everyday artifacts, the 1986 D quarter offers a lasting glimpse into a time of challenge, hope, and transformation. One coin, one year, one piece of history at a time. The 1988 P United States quarter dollar, bearing the inscription, Liberty, and the national motto, In God We Trust, on its obverse, is a prominent coin in American numismatics that forms part of the Washington Quarter series. First introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the design of the quarter remained relatively unchanged until the introduction of the 50 state quarters program in 1999. The 1988 issue, therefore, belongs to the classic pre-state quarters era and features the iconic left-facing bust of President George Washington. This design, created by sculptor John Flanagan, became a defining symbol of American coinage throughout the 20th century. On the 1988 quarters obverse, Watson's bust is surrounded by the word Liberty boldly arched above his head. The motto, In God We Trust, to the left, and the mint mark P denoting the Philadelphia Mint just behind his ponytail ribbon to the right. Below the portrait appears the date, 1988, representing both the year of mintage and a historical snapshot of American coinage designed from that period. On the reverse side, the coin continues with Flanagan, the original rendering of the heraldic eagle, a motif rich with symbolic meaning and national pride. The eagle is depicted with wings outstretched majestically, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons, an emblem of strength and readiness for defense. Beneath the eagle is a pair of olive branches, symbolizing peace, delicately arranged in a semicircle that softens the otherwise strong, martial image. Above the eagle's head is the motto, E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, reflecting the unity of the American states. Surrounding this proud emblem are the inscriptions United States of America along the upper rim and quarter dollar along the bottom edge, specifying the coin's country of origin and denomination respectively. The overall artistry balances power and dignity, symbolizing the aspirations and ideals of the United States. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the 1988 P quarter was produced in large numbers, with a total mintage of approximately 562,052,000 coins. This high mintage means that the coin is relatively common in circulated condition, though well-preserved and uncirculated examples can be desirable among collectors. Like other quarters of its time, the 1988 P issue was composed of cupronickel-clad copper, a sandwich of copper core bonded between two outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. The total weight of the coin is 5.67 grams, with a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and a reeded edge. This metallic composition, introduced in 1965 as a replacement for 90% silver coinage, reflects a significant transition in U.S. monetary policy in response to rising silver prices during the mid-20th century. The 1988 P Washington quarter doesn't include any notable die varieties or errors commonly associated with massive premium values, but minor die breaks, doubling DDR or DDO, off-center strikes, or clipped planchettes can sometimes be found and are of interest to error coin collectors. Any such anomalies must be authenticated by a professional coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC to determine their legitimacy and value. In circulated grades, these quarters often hold only face value or modest premiums, but in mint state, especially grades MS65 and above, they can be worth several dollars or more, depending on luster, strike sharpness, and absence of contact marks. Collectors often seek high-grade examples with full details, especially on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathering on the reverse, as these areas tend to wear quickly. From a historical perspective, the 1988 P quarter also serves as a cultural artifact from the final years of the Reagan presidency and the final decade of the Cold War. The coin was issued at a time when American confidence in the economy was resurging. The nation was transitioning into a more technological future, and the U.S. Mint was continuing its efforts to modernize coin production. Although not associated with a major commemorative event, the 1988 quarter still reflects the enduring nature of the Washington design, which had by then graced the nation's 25-cent pieces for over half a century. Collectors today may find 1988 P quarters as part of circulation finds, bulk coin rolls, or inherited collections. While it is not considered rare, it remains a vital part of a complete Washington quarter Daytan mint mark collection. For those assembling full sets spanning from 1932 to 1998 pre-statehood quarters, this coin represents the tail end of a long-standing design tradition. It also offers a tangible connection to American heritage and the evolution of everyday commerce where pocket change continues to silently record the legacy of a nation's leaders, values, and artistic ideals. In conclusion, the 1988 P Washington quarter embodies more than just monetary value. Why it holds historical significance, artistic heritage, and enduring appeal among numismatists and everyday collectors alike. Whether admired for its classical portrait of the nation's first president, its robust and resilient clad composition, or its presence in the transitional late 20th century coinage era, this coin continues to echo the past while circulating through the present. As such, even the most common examples offer a fascinating look into America's numismatic legacy.